should be streaming on YouTube as well. Yeah, we just
Are
went
we
on.
live?
Yeah, we went live on both. All right, we're good. I'm gonna
Fuck yeah,
close
we're on YouTube
these.
live.
All right, bet. All right, fellas. So we're gonna talk about our feelings. What was favorite thing? That's why we have this
Y'all fools give
stream.
me a headache, man.
Bro, we haven't even said anything.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And I already
I'm eating this apple for you.
all package wrestling. It's your boy and your boy and your boy,
Small package, baby.
and we are live here in the great city while Omar's crunching on an apple. Perfect, Omar. Like his boy Carlito, bro.
Y'all already know. Put some respect on my boy, bro. I couldn't have planned this any better. This is an homage to my boy Carlitos. No disrespect to him, bro. But
First of all,
okay,
he calls him Carlitos. That's not his name.
nah, bro, okay. He could be fucking Carlito. Like I have a
Yeah.
homie who calls my dog Khaleesi, whose name's Khaleesi, not plural, who calls her Khaleesi's. Without fail. So that's me with Carlito, bro. It's no, bro. It's Carlitos. It's not Carlito. And then
See why
let
y'all fools give me a headache?
give me one
I have a
second.
headache.
This apple crunch is for him.
Do you spit in the face of people that want to be cool?
Ow, I do.
So what is Carlito doing? Like what the hell is he doing in wrestling? For like why?
He's
That was
fucking
Like
cashing
why
in
is he
checks.
he's fucking juiced to the gills, eats apples and
Just
fucking
getting
has
the
fun.
bag.
He's literally my
and
dream
gets
job in
paid
wrestling.
handsomely or what?
Yeah, like
So I'm the problem here?
mm, look,
So
he gets
I
paid to
wanted
do
to
what I'm
start
doing right
out
now.
this. So the name of this podcast is Post WrestleMania Feels. I'm gonna need y'all to explain to everyone what it means to have post WrestleMania feels. Aaron, we'll start with you since you've been to the most WrestleManias, and we'll go with Omar next. Aaron, talk to me. What is post WrestleMania feels? What is that?
So, leading up to Mania, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of excitement. There's people talking about it, talking about the main events and whatnot. And WWE puts a lot of energy and time to make WrestleMania feel big. So, in my opinion, I feel like right after WrestleMania, there's this like down low that WWE goes into where it's like not as exciting and it just doesn't feel like how it felt before Mania. Like it's like pretty much an off season, like trying to get everything back together and like start like setting up new storylines for the summer. It's just like this low point in WWE that always happens right after Mania.
So you talked about, I think Omar called it a post WrestleMania crash. Talk to me about that crash, Omar. What did you feel?
Uh, I think it just happened like every day after the stadium, and honestly, like it's low key been happening to me since then. It's just like Aaron said, like there's kind of like a down season, and because it's so hype, and because you get so hyped with all of these matches, you kind of have to have like a little come down from it. Like like you're so at least in my case, like I was so tapped in with the wrestling content for so long, like covering it, like, making sure that we're like catching it live, that when it's over, you kind of just fucking tired, like it's so much energy that you put out there being part of the crowd, trying to be involved and enjoying and, like really soaking in those matches, like not just from like a match perspective like everyone else or a TV perspective, but from an experience perspective. Like it's a totally different trip going to WrestleMania than just watching it on TV. And like I texted Aaron about it, like I was kind of tripping out because I hadn't watched it back, like on TV. Like I had only, watched the matches live, and I hadn't gone back and watched it on Peacock or anything. And I was trying to as I was working on our vlog video, which is coming out soon. People coming out eventually. Don't know when, but it's coming out. But anyways,
Hopefully
like
soon.
hopefully soon. But point is, like, was a trip to realize that we were there, and that, like, when a match was happening, when I was watching it, like, I have video footage of Aaron capturing our post reactions to it and us discussing it in the fucking stadium. Like, as like people were screaming and responding to the match, which is like a trip because I never thought that was gonna happen. So yeah.
So, okay, Carlito. I like how you gave us a long thing and then you. What is this, man? All right. Yeah. So, okay. So, do you think this happens to just you guys because you guys went to WrestleMania, or do you think it happens to a lot of people? Like, is viewership down? Is what I'm asking.
It's not down, um, but it's not as exciting. The fans are still there. The matches are still good quality matches, but it's just, again, it's like leading up from January, the Royal Rumble, all the way to April. It's just going up, 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 and then suddenly it's over, and there's like it's a crash. But that's normal. That's normal. That's not like a concerning thing in WWE. It's just what happens.
It's
So
expected.
Keith David calls this the post WrestleMania hangover. So the way you're describing it, it's like an ascension. It's a constant climb, up, 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 and then comes the crash of WrestleMania. Whether it's an overwhelmed feeling or whether you're just whelmed or underwhelmed, as you guys all appear to be,
Well,
with John Anthony Felix
well,
Cena.
I don't think that's an accurate description of how I felt about WrestleMania. I think I actually felt incredibly overwhelmed by the whole experience, and that's why you kind of need a come down, like, from it. Like, it is, you're on euphoria for 5 hours, bro. Like, nonstop, screaming out of the top of your lungs. At least the way I enjoy wrestling.
I
Uh,
I would say the whole
the whole
weekend.
weekend, yeah, not even those 5 hours, bro. Like, you're talking about it, like, exactly.
Not even the time sitting, like the whole weekend from landing at the airport to fucking leaving the airport.
Or
But
even
even before,
even
even
before.
before, yeah, because I remember Aaron, you said you couldn't sleep a couple of nights before.
Yeah.
Before you answer that, Aaron, shout out Ricardo Gonzalez who says "A la Madrid."
A la Madrid, you already
Fuck
15
Madrid.
Champions League.
know. A
'So
See?
la
all Madrid fans in Madrid,
Madrid.
it's for you.
Damn! Why so much violence?
A la Madrid y nada
Hey,
más.
hey, so then, so then, so I didn't. Okay, let me back up a little bit. So then you're saying that the storylines start building in January, and then they slowly start building up, and they're kind of the zenith, the turning point, the resolution of all the plot lines.
Yeah, so yeah, January
WrestleMania.
January is the what we call the road to WrestleMania is where it starts.
So, okay,
So that's where we have an idea of what's going on, who's wrestling who, and the storylines are clear.
okay, all right. Um, what do you guys think about the storylines now? Let's start. Let's fucking go for it. Let's fucking go for it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give us one, bro.
I
I
know.
was waiting.
I was waiting to
Yeah.
take the bite of the apple. So I was like, hold on, dog, give us one so I can take the crunch.
So Keith says attending WrestleMania and coming back can be an emotional roller coaster. It feels like back to reality, especially financially. What would you guys say about that? That's a good point, Keith. Thank you very much for the shot. That's an excellent point. What about the pocketbook? Because that's the unknown, unspoken.
I mean,
Okay, let's ask this question. All in, roughly, how much do you think you spent at WrestleMania, Aaron?
including like everything.
Everything, bro. Everything.
Give me a second here. I would
Or-
say about 1800 to 2 grand.
So you would say 18 easy.
Yeah.
And that's
Damn.
balling, like,
But
on a
that's
budget with,
like
like,
that's and yeah, on a budget. But
So
the
you,
reason
yeah,
I
because you
don't
guys
feel
did.
I don't the reason I don't feel it like hit, because like I saved and like I book everything in advance. Like the Airbnb is like I booked that in July or August, and we pay that off quick. Tickets probably the most expensive part of everything. Like I was ready for that. Like if you save and you're ready, like yes, it's a lot, but you won't feel it as much.
Yeah, you would. You feel it every month when you're saving, every paycheck.
But
But
is
it's
it
worth it.
worth it?
Would you guys say it's worth it then?
I'm already
If you
plotting.
love wrestling,
No,
it's
okay,
one
like me.
one
Like
hundred
me that
percent.
I don't like me that I don't like anybody according to you fools.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
Would
you
it
like
be
told us you
worth
don't like
I,
nobody.
yeah, I mean, I would say if you like stop being a wet sandwich, then yeah, I'd say like it's a pretty good like experience to go. Like if you allow yourself to enjoy
First
stuff,
of all, I
it's
resent that, okay?
do you
Second of all, y'all
like
better apologize.
First of all, who's that?
is that El Duro? El Duro with the new mask?
This is
Whoa,
Doctor. This is Doctor Wagner.
fuck.
I like. You know what, dude? This is gonna be like my shit talking mask right here. Cut the music. Como dicen the fucking thing. So, you know, the reason why I don't like wrestling as much or I'm not enthusiastic is because the product is subpar. The product is subpar. I don't enjoy it. I do. I do. Okay. I enjoy Seth Rollins. I don't enjoy the shenanigans. I don't like him with Paul Heyman. He doesn't need Paul Heyman. He doesn't need Braun Breaker's okay. Dom, I liked him at WrestleMania. I don't like the Judgment Day. I just want him to go throw hands and Cero Miedo.
So you like everyone
Take a sip, Omar.
that
Take a
we
sip.
like those are all the big players right now. Like those like
Okay.
You like the main events on the main
No,
eventers.
because these guys
yeah.
perform.
Well,
These guys
yeah.
perform. So I would say out of all those three, I would put Cero Miedo first, and I would put Dom third, and I would put Seth Rollins, I think, second. But just because Seth Rollins puts on a good show, the product at WWE is not good right now. The best product being put out there, the best performers, the best in-ring performers are Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair. They are the best performers in wrestling right now, night in and night out, as far as WWE is concerned. The only matches I would rewatch are those matches. The best Royal Rumble was the Women's Royal Rumble. The best Elimination Chamber was the Women's Elimination Chamber. The best WrestleMania match was Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. I told you guys immediately after the match ended. It was the first match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, open night too. Yeah.
Was it opening night one or two?
Open night too.
I said to you guys, I texted to you guys, I'll take this match right now, and I'll give you the rest of the field. A sight unseen, and this match is still going to be the best one. The women get up and they go. The reason why I started getting into wrestling again was because Io Sky put on a trash can over her dome and flew off the fucking top of the fucking rack.
Shout
I
out
thought,
Io.
who the hell is what the fuck? And then you watch the matches after, and they're big snoozers, bro. They're big. I, yeah. And you know what? I think that the women's division, you need to put some respect on their name because they are the ones that are getting out there and putting on a show. Compared to John Anthony Felix Cena. Omar, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm pointing because I'm wearing the mask and I feel like I have to gesticulate. But I hope that's a word.
And it is
But
now. Hey, you're yeah, that's shit.
all right. But before you do, look at I like these little fucking things right here.
You're flying, fool. You're flying. And
Swear the whole
Anyway.
time.
Ludo's got some wings, fool. Had some Red Bull.
Anyway, go ahead, Omar. Talk to me about John Anthony Felix Cena.
Well, first I wanna agree with you. That like the women, uh, like
I'm pretty sure everybody
yeah,
in the
wrestling
wrestling
wise
community agree.
agrees, and I
Oh,
think
by
that
the way, Richie liked your wet sandwich comment. Thanks, Rich.
Shout out. I got that from Fantastic Mr. Fox. Great movie. But I think it's an apt description to Weddle's attitude towards 90% of the product. But
So it's subpar, sophomoric, mid wrestlers.
yeah.
Don't even get me started on the shenanigans, on the interferences. Don't even get me started. Every match has an interference. Every match has shenanigans. Everyone. Everyone.
I mean,
Why?
yeah, dog. That's kind of what it is. But what I was gonna say, I'd add on.
And then all these fucking promos. Why do I need to hear Seth Rollins talk for 15 minutes?
It's a promo. You don't want to talk for
It's
15
just
minutes?
part of the storyline building.
That's why.
No storyline.
That's why I wanted us to play video games today, because it's like, why would people want to hear us just talk? That's like, like maybe they would want us to do.
Because we're more entertaining.
Are we? What? That's what I mean. Are we? Like, are we really more entertaining than those?
Ask the chat.
Chat. Who cuts
Are
a
we
better
entertaining?
promo,
Go
Gwex
ahead,
or
Owen.
Seth Rollins? who cuts it? But nah,
All
bro.
right.
I'd even add that the developmental women are also carrying NXT. Like Stephanie Wacker, like all the girls that are being called up right now, like Roxanne, Guila, like I don't know how Julia, I don't know how to pronounce her name, to be honest. Like Sol Ruka, all of them, Lola Vice, like they have a really deep women's division in NXT, that is like really gonna keep their domination going. Like they're just gonna keep on putting out good products or good wrestling matches when they get pulled up. So, and then in regard to John Cena, I don't know. It's just I I don't even like I don't even have anything to say about the R-Truth one. It was just there. Like I don't know. Like
Did he ruin wrestling, Omar?
no, it's like no.
Tell us what you feel.
No, like he needed to be a communist and to really revolutionize and ruin wrestling. Like he didn't. Well, he just came
What
out.
it
He came out here and like it's like me saying I'm gonna revolutionize capitalism and then just changing my font or something on like my email, changing my email signature.
the Comic Sans or what?
Yeah, that's literally what this guy did. He was talking a huge game. He's like, I'm gonna ruin wrestling. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Bro, you haven't done anything.
He did.
What? No, you haven't. Like you just had shitty matches. Like that's
He ruined your enjoyment of pro wrestling.
no. I mean, I just enjoy it. He
That's
ruined my
literally what
enjoyment.
he
No,
said.
no. He ruined my enjoyment of his.
That's what he wants.
No. He was supposed to destroy the entire concept that is wrestling as we know it.
Okay, in what way?
I don't
In
know.
what
Come
way?
out here with the fucking beret. Like, be creative. Like my wrestling gimmicks. Like, I fucking come out here, with the fucking like shit. I'm be like, nah. We're gonna talk about fucking capitalism and fucking real shit instead of wrestling. I thought that's what he's gonna do. Like, when he was calling people a piece of shit, like I thought he was gonna be like, yeah, you're a consumerist piece of shit. We're all consumerist piece of shit. Obviously, I was the delusional one, but hey.
But what? So I appreciate the way you ended that with a smile. You're like, but hey,
Man, like, it's-
Aaron, Aaron, what do you got to say? What do you want to add to that?
He told you so. His first promo, he said something along the lines of, "We take and we take and we take, and that's all we do." Like, oh, I want this to happen. Oh, I want that to happen. Like, no, he's not gonna do that no more. He's not gonna give you what you want. And
Keith Rivera says he ruined the Nexus group. I don't know what that is.
Wade Barrett, your favorite
oh, that's a
commentator.
whole nother topic.
Your favorite
So
commentator, the Bears
Yeah.
guy. That was his group, and he buried him and all of that stuff. So like, yeah.
anyway, go ahead, Aaron.
I just
Okay, Aaron, have you forgiven him? Because you were
no.
upset.
I'm still upset. Like he told me, he told us
He told you.
in March, I'm going to ruin wrestling, and he is.
But
That's what he's
That's-
doing.
That's not ruining it. That's just having
And
shitty matches.
all these shitty matches is ruining wrestling. He's not gonna give you a fucking 5-star banger, a fucking 25 fall finishes. No, that's people are going to like that. The whole point of his matches and the whole point of him being heel is not people not to enjoy it, to hate it. That's the whole thing, and he's doing it.
I will say that I'm glad that he finished our truth off with the FU this week. And that made me happy. That's why I was having a breakdown. For those of you that witnessed it, shout out to the people that witnessed my breakdown. I just didn't like the belt finishes. Like, what are you doing? And then now he listened to me. So I'm back on. I'm a little bit back on
That's
Tim's
why he
side.
does it.
Because he wants to. Hopefully, someone saw me freak out. If one person saw me freak out and they're like, "Hey, like maybe we should change this back to an FU finish," then I'll be happy. Because I'm about to see him retire. I just want to see. It's not even called the FU anymore. Attitude adjustment. Um. So yeah, that's all I wanted to see.
Say it again, Omar.
Attitude adjustment. What the fuck?
So, Aaron, your position is he's not going to give you a good match.
He's
He's not
not.
going to entertain you. He's not. He's not going to do.
I'm not expecting anything, and
Okay.
he doesn't.
This is okay. Go ahead.
I'm not expecting a 5-star banger. So when I don't see a 5-star banger, I'm not like disappointed. Like, oh, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna be a terrible match. I know he was gonna
Is he?
fucking hit him with the title and kick him in the dick. Like
I
that's
like
what he's
the
gonna do.
I like the throwback to the kick in the dick though. That was nice.
Hey, but like, when is the last time you've seen this guy put on a good match?
I mean,
When I was 5.
Honestly.
from my I would say 2016, 2017.
So 7 years ago.
I
Yeah.
didn't
Is this
watch
guy
that, so I
is this guy even capable of putting on a good match?
I'm sure he could, but he's not going to. He's not gonna give it to you.
Well, I think
That's his
the
whole point.
the Randy Orton one kind of had shades of being a good match. It had symptoms, it was there. It was almost there.
But the Randy Orton match, that's why we call it the Randy Orton match, because it was Randy Orton. Like if that match sucked, it wasn't because of Randy Orton. It wasn't Randy Orton's fault.
Well, all I want
It was
is
just
John Cena versus Carlito.
I don't know.
that would be Jesus
I just
Christ.
I feel like you're timing the apple bites.
I'm not, but it's just working out.
I feel like you're like, okay, this is the most inappropriate time or the most whatever time, and it's just
I understand a Carlito now. I never understood the gimmick. Like, why does fool have an apple? Now I get it. It gives you power. It gives you like it's like a tool you could use in conversations.
that's why I was asking you guys when the last time it was that this guy had a good match. Because I never thought he was a good wrestler. Wrestling in-ring performance is not his forte. What is he good at? What was he good at his peak?
A lot of people,
Just promos.
yeah, his promos, and a lot of people say he's a good businessman. In terms of like merch, and people say he kind of like just took advantage. Like the reason why he comes out and all this shit is to capitalize on selling as much merch as possible, like the wristbands, t-shirts, like all of that stuff. So a lot of wrestlers that don't like him, they just say, I mean, I'm sure they're jealous of his full success, but there's this guy named Maven, that's like an old wrestler, but he just says that like he was just a really really smart businessman that was really good at marketing, and that's kind of what separated him from others.
Is he Vince's guy, Aaron?
I would say so, yes. He put a lot of trust in him. I would say like in '06, like he was the main guy and he succeeded. Like Omar said, he took advantage of his position. He got over and then, all this merch and everything. Like he's like the blueprint of a WWE superstar. Like people want to be the John Cena of like in the company.
Like
Really?
think of like
In
Jay,
in terms of in-ring performance or in terms of just
the
Not
face.
not not just in-ring performance, but like overall superstar. Like promos, business, wrestling, like everything, like movies, like he's like again, like he's the blueprint.
Do you want to say something, Omar?
No, I don't remember. I was probably gonna bark.
Now's yeah, now's the time. Yeah, we were waiting for that. Um, what do you guys think about Jay Uso?
Oh, that's actually what I was gonna say. Thank you.
So Aaron, wait. So Aaron posted a question on Instagram. Y'all should give it a follow over
Down
here.
here. Follow the Apple.
Follow all the socials. Oh, and go ahead and assassinate, suplex, powerbomb, the Riptide, fucking the subscribe button. It'll mean a lot to us. We have a grand total of, well, we're not gonna tell you,
and
but we got subscribers
and
now.
let us know if y'all are interested in a shirt merch in the future. We got.
We have an extra medium available. Maybe we should do a giveaway. I think I have a
There
large,
we go.
extra large.
Let us know. Let us know.
It would be cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, maybe we could do a giveaway.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about Jay Uso, Aaron? You posted a question on the socials. You said, how would you rate his championship reign so far? I know of somebody that is not happy with his reign so far. What do you think, Aaron?
Coming into him winning the title, there was a lot of, no, not just me, but like the whole wrestling community was like, "Oh, why him? Why? We don't think he's ready, or he can't cut a good promo or whatever." But like I was patient, like, okay, let's just wait till he wins the title and see what he does with it. Because leading up to the Rumble, he was over. He's still over. People still yeet. People still pop when they hear the music. Like people do like him. But in regards of his in ring and his promos, I feel like it just hasn't been up to standard. Like, but like I'm a big Jey Uso fan, but coming from me, like it just hasn't been what I expected. Like, yes, he was in a
What
tag
would
team for most of his career. He's only been a singles wrestler for about 2 or 3 years, maybe two. So I get that it's different, but I'm getting tired of just seeing super kicks and spears and Usos and splashes. Like there has to be a change because people will start to notice and people will start not to like him. And
so
also
for
the
you,
the the, the promos, the promos, they haven't been good either. Like it looks like he forgets lines or he just repeats the same thing twice. It's just like, and then people saying "ye" after every sentence, like it doesn't help either. So I feel like something has to change in order to, make them a little better.
so out of 10, what would you give him right now?
I'll give him a 3.5.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna follow up with this question. I'm gonna ask you a follow-up question, and then I'm gonna ask Omar to piggyback on that. I know you like promos. Would better promos, in your opinion, by Jey Uso make help his in-ring performance? Is what I'm saying.
I don't
Would
think having
would
a
they
good.
make it seem less repetitive or something? Because you mentioned it's super kick, spears, and things.
No, I feel like those two are completely separate. Like, just because you can cut a good promo doesn't mean you can have a good match. Or if you can have a good match doesn't mean you know what I mean. But like, it's just he needs to expand on his wrestling repertoire in the ring. Like, it's just again just spears and Uso splashes and super kicks. Like, I saw the hate before he won the title. Like, oh, this guy only super kicks, he only spears. I'm like, yeah, but like, just give him some time. Just give him some time to adapt to him having a world championship, which is a big, like something like it's not easy, but again, it just hasn't been up to standard for me. And I'm a Jey Uso fan.
So, okay, Omar, what do you think about Jey Uso?
I'm just kind of indifferent. I feel like the people that he's been matching up with after are and even like kind of the build up to WrestleMania, the Gunther match, like it's kind of taken the backseat towards a lot of everyone else, which I feel like kind of puts him more in a spotlight or more in a difficult situation where in his first title reign he's expected to perform as everyone else, like as like Roman Reigns would, or like John Cena would, or Cody Rhodes would when like winning the championship. But I think honestly, like Jey Uso struggling is kind of just a bigger problem with WWE right now, which is them just kind of, I feel like, just trying to do stuff for like clicks, instead of like really wanting to develop the wrestler, put him in the best situation. Like I feel like putting Jey Uso and Logan Paul together is not gonna do Jey Uso any favors, and is not gonna make him look good at all. And even like, I mean, they had to match him up with Gunther because he was the world champion, but someone like Gunther, who's been a singles wrestler for so long, is gonna outclass and out wrestle and out all of that, um, someone like Jay. So I feel like his matchups haven't been favorable to kind of allow him to thrive. But also, like, if you're a fucking WWE champion, you gotta like shoot through, and you can't be like messing up promos, those type of things. But I think the hype and the build up to his championship reign was much better than what's actually going on. Like, I mean, I didn't even care to tune in for the Logan Paul and Jey Uso match. And I don't think, personally, like, that's not a fault of Jey Uso. I think that's just a fault of bad booking. So I feel like if they kind of paid into his suits a little bit, into his strengths a little bit more. I feel like they kind of are by like getting him involved with Jimmy and those type of things. Then it would be better. Like, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to have like a long, in-depth storyline like Cody Rhodes does, because he has such deep bloodlines within WWE. He could be feuding with other people that isn't Logan Paul, that make him seem like a viable champion.
I think, and I responded that on the post. I think that Jey Uso, I'd give him a 6 because I don't care for promos. I'm not going to judge you on promos. If I watch wrestling, I'm going to judge, not judge. I'm going to have an opinion on you based on what I see in the ring. And I think that I don't want to say, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. I almost missed Gunther with all these matches, with all these sorry ass matches. You know what I mean? With all these shenanigans, man. Because Gunther is not part of a stable. He's not part of anything. He just goes in there and he just wrestles and he wins or he loses and that's it. Um, with Jey Uso, I feel like it's the issue has been booking. I feel like he did. I feel like he had a good match with Seth Rollins, right?
Yeah.
One. I feel like he had one good match with Seth
You got to
Rollins.
put him
But
with
I
guys
feel
like
like as
that.
a world champ,
You
you
got.
should you
So
should you should be able to perform with anybody,
That's true.
I
even if
get
you
what you're
don't
saying.
match.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Rollins. That guy can he had a great match with Jey Uso.
I get what you're saying.
Rollins
I think
did
I get
that.
I get what you're saying. So it's like almost like Brock Purdy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like so like Jey Uso cannot elevate other wrestlers, but other wrestlers can elevate Jey Uso. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like your
So
job
that's
as a
the gripe.
champion, your job as a champion is to elevate and being able to perform with anybody. No wonder, no whatever style wrestling they have, like you should be able to, put something together and figure something out and make it a good match, not just super kick, splash, spear.
So because of that, he's not really elevating. That's affecting his title reign, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because while others can lift him up, he hasn't developed the ability to. And I think I'm going to use this word, and I don't know if it's appropriate. I don't think it is, but put someone over, or raise somebody.
Or
You know
even
what I
Elevate
mean?
somebody, help them get their stuff and make them look good.
or even himself, like I feel like outside of his like flash in the pan, like Yeet Royal Rumble thing, like he hasn't been able to do anything in ring or promo wise to even make himself look good as a champion. um
So, what score would you give him, Omar?
probably like a 5, bro. Like I'm indifferent. Like just true. Like mm,
And you're an Uso guy.
yeah, I am. Like I don't know, and I'm usually a positive. Try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but like I've just been true indifference. Like I cared. It's sad to say again. And I cared more about the World Heavyweight Championship when Gunther had it and when Damian Priest had it. Like I think Damian Priest also had a rough start. There's a few promos with the championship where he kind of like didn't do well, but then he kind of figured it out and had good matches afterwards. And I think Jey Uso needs to, if he's gonna have a good reign, he needs to start having good matches against guys like Drew McIntyre, against anyone, like anyone he sees on a Monday Night Raw. Like you can't be fucking up your finisher, like you can't be like slipping and doing that. Like you're the world champion.
So, what do you guys think? And I'm going to pivot to Aaron here. Aaron, you texted on Saturday night. Saturday night main event is a waste of time. You
It's
just
just
nod. Do you have anything more to say?
it just is like, yeah, I get it. They use it to like mm, grab new fans, or whatever, but with this type of matches or in shows, just I don't think it's gonna help. It just feels rushed. It's a 2-hour show, and 90% is commercials. Like, and like storylines don't progress except for this past one. Bronson Reed came back. Cody Rhodes came back, but like, the past two, it's just like a glorified Raw. It's just a regular Monday Night Raw episode on a Saturday. So I just feel like, why even have them if it's just gonna be one of those regular shows rushed? And it's just to me, it's just a waste of time.
I would say it's more commercials than anything. That's one thing I've noticed before, or both times, all of the times that I watch it. It's like, get damn, bro. Like, how many times are you gonna cut through a match? Like when you're getting into something, they literally end it, and they fast forward, and it's like, fuck, I missed out. Like I just got brain rotted with fucking 9 billion Wingstop commercials and a fucking like all of that, and it kind of takes you out, bro. Like it doesn't make you buy into the product as much as even a Monday Night Raw, bro. I'm more focused on the Monday Night Raw than I have been on that Saturday Night Live. I didn't even finish it. Like I usually when I watch stuff, like I try to at least watch the highlights and do all of that. I don't know, I didn't even care to do that with the Saturday night's main event.
By the way, I want to reopen a new topic, and then we're going to pivot to another mid guy. Um, Wingstop wings with ranch or no ranch?
Look, first of
Ranch.
all, bone in. Okay, I'm gonna come for whoever be having, and I'm gonna flex on y'all right here. You get these
Bone
fucking,
in, yes.
you get these fucking guns by having bone in fucking wings. Okay, all right, not no chicken nuggets. If I want chicken
You know,
nuggets,
you,
I'll go
you
to
know who has
McDonald's.
boneless wings, Omar?
Fucking John Cena. You know
John
who?
Cena
You know who
does.
doesn't? You know who fucking doesn't? God, my boy Carlitos or my apple. I threw my apple away, but shout out my boy Carlitos. He probably has fucking bone in
You,
wings.
you know who else has boneless wings? Aaron, you know the answer to this, Aaron. Who else has boneless wings?
Who?
El Duro? No, El Duro eats the bone.
First of all,
El Duro eats the
El
bone
Dudo would
inside.
never eat boneless wings. El Dudo would never
Kill
El
him.
commit
Duro
that
chews on
crime.
the bones, bro.
He just yeah.
That fool eat
Dominic
the bone.
Mysterio.
Exactly.
Dominic Mysterio, he has
Look,
boneless wings, bro.
chicken tendies.
He
You
has
don't
chicken
even.
tenders
That's just what
Yeah.
it is. Like
and
everyone. That's
chicken
what he's
nuggets.
known. Yeah.
What do you mean? He has a Happy Meal or what?
No, like
He
that's
shows up to
literally.
Wingstop with his Happy Meal box because the adults were eating
No, like I
wings.
guess that like it's a joke that they be having. Like there's speaking of which, let's pivot to this. My boy Dom, 3 for 3. He about to be 3 for 3. He's apparently being
All right.
seduced by with chicken fingers. By Roxanne Perez, one of a future world heavyweight champion, by the way, and a women's world champion. I'm telling you, Weddle, she's the future. She's the truth, bro. The prodigy. But she's sliding in on Dom, and Liv was a little
What about
upset.
my girl Liv Morgan?
She was upset, bro. She caught him. She got my boy Dirty Dom being El Sucio fool. So
Okay, so let's talk about Sucio. El Sucio. That'd be a dope shirt, fool. El Sucio. That should have been the name of our instead of El Duro, fool. El
El
Sucio. Maybe that's this
Sucio.
guy's
sucio.
name. El Sucio.
El sucio. Come on, bro.
Aquí voy en vergüenza.
Sucio.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys think about Dirty Dom's reign? Because I know Omar was really going for Dirty Dom. I know that
Hold on.
if anybody cheered in that and what is it in the Raiders Stadium, it was Omar. Um, and I'll let you have the first bite of the apple here. Okay, pun intended.
Fuck, I threw away the apple.
What do you, so what do you think about Dom Mysterio's reign as IC champion?
I said it 30 seconds into his reign, and I will say it 2 weeks, 7 days, 42 hours, and 63 seconds into. None of that is true. I just said random numbers. Into his reign, that he is the greatest intercontinental champion of all time, bro. I've
Say it
never
again, Omar.
greatest intercontinental champion of all time, bro. Look, I am in no way just saying that so he could be a guest in our show one day, but I am also saying that because he is a beautiful, wonderful third generation talent. If y'all were to build a wrestler in a lab, y'all would come out with Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
No, you would
Yes, you
not.
would, bro. That's it. Like if you could build the perfect luchador, it would be Dom, fool, in a fucking with his mustache.
So answer the question.
Uh,
Out of 10,
fucking 69, bro. Like I don't know, like that's a full 100. Like
so Omar, so would you be okay with Dom's feet at the moment?
no, what kind of fucking question is that? No, we're not, bro. Dom is just fucking
Aaron, what do you think
greatness.
about Dom? What do you think about Dom's reign?
Dom needs to get away from the Judgment Day. He
Hmm.
needs to be on his own
Hmm.
and shine because he can put on a match. He can put on a match. We saw against Benta at Backlash. Like he's capable of doing great things, but he's right now he's stuck with this Judgment Day storyline of him and Roxanne now. Like it's just getting repetitive. Like it started with Rhea Ripley, and then Liv Morgan, now Roxanne. Like come
Aaron,
on, let's do something
can,
different.
can, can you hit pause for a minute? Omar, why were you caressing the title? You were just like that, yeah.
Cuz, bro.
Did you see the whole time, Aaron? He was just like,
No.
oh yeah. All right, all right, Aaron, back to you. So what you're saying is, I agree, but go ahead, finish your thought.
He just like I forgot he was IC champ. I
You know
literally
what?
did like he's the IC champ and he hasn't done anything. He defended it once against Penta, great match, but I forgot he was champion.
I,
He needs to get away from the Judgment Day and do his own thing.
do you
But you
think
know what?
that
Go
the
ahead, Omar,
do you
and I'll
think
add on to that.
that the Roxanne thing is an out, or do you think they're just gonna keep on doing the same like shit that they've been doing, or like away from the Judgment
Well,
Day?
well, that's what I wanted to ask you. So I didn't know this, but apparently Rhea Ripley, who was my girl and probably my second, maybe my best favorite wrestler right now in WWE. I think Io Sky might be second and Alexa's favorite wrestler. Um,
Yeah, I love it.
Alexa does it. Anyway, um, I didn't know that. I saw a sign and it said mommy, and I was like, "Who the fuck is mommy?" Apparently, she's mommy, and apparently, her and Dom had a little thing there,
Yeah.
We've told you
and
this
now it's
before.
Liv Morgan.
So it started with so Rey Mysterio and Dom were tag team, and
Sure.
Dom turned on his dad and went with Rhea, and then time went on, and then Liv Morgan started doing like what Roxanne's doing now, like giving him nuggets, giving him a PlayStation, whatever, and kind of like took him away from Rhea. Now he's with Liv Morgan. Now
Does
Roxanne is trying to do the same thing. Like, okay, he's it's happening again. What's the point? Where is this going? Like we've seen
meantime
this
Omar keeps on
twice
caressing the
already.
belt.
Okay, look, guys. How political do y'all want me to get with this analysis right now?
Not very much, no.
Because it's stereotypical. Like the fact that they're typecasting him as this like sex machine. Like I think Latino males can be typecast as something more than that. I think Dominic Mysterio
And
could.
that's bad.
Yeah. I mean, if it is what he is, dog, I'm proud of him. I love it personally. But if we really wanted to make it like an issue, like I think that's I agree with Aaron in the fact that he could be more. Like what like we've already know that Dom could do that. Like he done that already with two of the best wrestlers in WWE. We've seen that storyline before. Like be a little bit more creative with your Latino storylines. Stop being a dumbass and stop doing the Grande Americano bullshit. You don't have to have every Latino character, everything like that. Have it be a joke. Have it be something. How about a strong, imposing, capable, qualified Latino guy that fucking comes in and is not fucking sexualized and is not whatever, you know? I made it political.
And we asked you not to, but here we are.
It is.
Go ahead. No, I was just fucking with you. So the question I had for both of y'all, and I think both of y'all can answer, did was it beneficial? I don't know if Rhea Ripley was it beneficial to both Dom and Rhea, beneficial to both Dom and Liv. Based on what I've seen, I don't think so because Rhea can go, you know, because Liv Morgan can go.
We got
Was
some
it beneficial to Dom? Were they carrying Dom? You know,
we got some
like,
people in the chat
It
saying
was
that Dom's the
beneficial
goat.
for Rhea because
huh?
We got people saying that Dom's the goat in the chat by people
Rhea.
on Main Make.
Henny Poppy, Henny
Yeah.
Poppy, get a mic, bro. Go ahead, Henny. I mean, Aaron.
I mean, to answer your question between if it was beneficial for Rhea or Dom, it was beneficial for both. But since Rhea left the Judgment Day and did her own thing,
She took off, huh?
she took off. While Dom is, doing the same thing, but is stuck with the Judgment Day. Now he's doing the same thing again with Liv, and it's going to happen again with Roxanne. Like this helps Dom, but he needs Judgment Day needs to disappear, or he needs to leave and do his own thing.
But you're right. I did forget that he was the IC champ. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
like
So back to I don't want to, like I said, I'm not a storyline guy. I don't really care. I fast forward through all the promos and I will just because I don't have the time, nor do I care. I feel like that's why I started so Dom, I started being a little more patient with him when I started realizing that he pays homage, you know? Like I guess like the outfits he wears, like his godfather is Psicosis. I don't know if you guys remember Psicosis,
Mm-hmm.
the wrestler with the really dope ass mask.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
The outfits he wears are like La Parca inspired. He was wearing the Perro Aguayo boots. When he came out, he was wearing like a relative of his mask. Who was it, Omar? Was it his
His
grandfather or something like that?
grandfather's.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's hella dope. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm the era that he's given homage to is my era. You know what I mean? Like these guys. You know what I mean? Like
60s.
he cut me deep just now, Aaron.
I'm telling
He
you,
cut me real deep.
you could have built him in a lab before. Like look, I'm gonna say something against like all this. I'm gonna start
You,
glazing this fool. How motherfuckers fucking glaze Randy Orton and Cody. Oh, he's a third generation superstar. Look at the body on him. Oh, rah, rah, rah. Like, why doesn't Dom Mysterio get the same amount of glazing? Said Michael Bitch Cole. Yeah, sorry, Michael Cole. Actually, I'm not sorry. You fucking talk shit about my fucking boy. You fucking call him disgusting, all that shit, bro. Like, you're a fucking biased journalist, bro. Like, this man
tell him.
is a fucking third generation legacy superstar that could have been built in a lab by the fucking lucha gods, bro. Like, all of the glazing that fucking Grande Americano is getting from the AI, bro, give that glazing to dirty Dominic Mysterio, the motherfucking GOAT, bro. And then we got our boy Peter saying small package speaking facts. That's all we do out here, Pete. That's all we do.
We take bites off of apples, scratch the ice, caress the IC belt, and get political.
Yeah, bro. This is how I'd come out with my belt, bro. If I was IC champ, right here, cross my big
Oh
old
my,
dome.
I have a really hard time thinking that the Aztec wrestling god said, "Hey, let's make the perfect wrestler," and out came Dom Mysterio, bro.
You'd be surprised. The profit comes in ways that you don't expect it. And Dom is the wrestling fucking god. The wrestling.
So back to the point I was making, man. I thought that storyline between Penta and Dom, I liked it because they were just talking shit to each other, and it wasn't a promo, it wasn't anything. It was just, fucking Cero Miedo fucking sunning Dominic Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio being like, te voy a partir tu madre, perro. You know what I mean? It's that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, okay, fucking talk shit, hype it up, talk shit, hype it up, and let's fucking move on. Don't give me 15 fucking minutes. And then you get into the fucking matches, and they were really good matches.
Yeah.
Like Dominic can go with Cero Miedo, like he can go, and I think that's what. And I agree with you, Aaron. He needs to leave whatever the hell that is called, and he needs to just get these really good matches with these guys. Um, Go ahead, Omar.
I have so to bring it back to the booking of Latinx foods. How do y'all feel about the acquisition of AAA and
Good question.
how the booking is gonna go with this whole Grande Americano? Or do you think they're actually gonna pay homage to AAA and these luchadores and allow them? Because I've only watched AAA from like highlights and reels on Instagram and YouTube, and their promos and their rivalries are actually very similar to what Penta and Dom are doing. It's just straight vergasos, bro. Like straight. I remember I've seen Angel Garza and the other guy cut a promo in like their AAA shit. They're so different than what they get to do in WWE. And it's like I really hope WWE allows them to do what they're best at and cut promos in their language, in their style, because I feel like you a lot of the times when luchadores fail in the WWE style is because they don't accommodate what they're good at. They try to shoehorn them and force them to do what white professional wrestlers do, which is cut a long promo, which is cut a slow match, which is do all of that, which isn't the lucha style. The lucha style is fast, hard hitting, and even the promos are different. So I don't know. I really hope they do something. How do y'all feel about the acquisition? Do you think it's gonna?
So what you're saying is, just to clarify, so what you're saying is I lost it.
Uh,
I
uh,
know. So I know. Wait. Hold on. So what you're saying is that WWE can learn from AAA.
yes, and not
And
the
also what you're saying is let AAA, let Lucha Libre be Lucha Libre. And don't try to mold it to become what this inferior product is, as far as I'm concerned, with a much more highly technical, highly high action. Go ahead.
and longer standing. Like these guys are pioneers. That like they're before WWE. You know, like uh, it, you're like this the WWE I feel like has more to learn from AAA and that organization than the other way around.
What do you think, Aaron?
I mean, when we first, because they announced it at WrestleMania, we were in the stadium when they announced the WWE bought AAA. I
Okay,
was
so
excited. I was like,
what kind of reaction did everybody else give? Or was it just like a yawn?
no, I was surprisingly a big pop,
Okay.
except for the guy behind me, or Omar. Knows like that fool was just talking shit the whole
Yeah, the
time,
whole
but he
time.
was just
There's
talking
always
shit.
someone like that. Yeah.
But like,
Tell us, Aaron. What did he say, Aaron? Tell us what he said.
yeah, he's just talking shit. There's no point of even talking about him. But I got a big pop in the stadium, and I feel like because I grew up watching AAA. That was my first. That's why I got exposed to wrestling was AAA wrestling, Mexican wrestling. You know, La Parca. Like that's how I
Mhm.
started watching. So hearing the news that WWE bought it, like okay, this can be something cool. But in order that to work, I feel like that should be their its own brand away from the states. Because if you try to bring all these luchadores into WWE, it's not gonna work. Like Omar said, like it's a different style of working here, like promo wise. Like WWE is promo heavy, and it's just the style that they use as slow pace storyline based. It's completely different from the Mexican style, which is
Yeah.
fast paced and short promos. So
So you get
in order
good.
for AAA to work, is just leave them there. Still WWE, it could be WWE whatever, but like let's leave them in Mexico and build this new product that people can be excited and have a different alternative. We can have WWE style matches in the States, and we can have, WWE um lucha style
So keep them. So even though they're under the same umbrella, under the same mother, under the same company, keep them
separate,
so that they can
like
allow it.
like
Go ahead.
NXT. Like NXT.
Okay.
NXT is like is still under WWE, but it's a different brand, different wrestlers, and away from the main roster. That's how AAA should and WWE should work.
I think that's
So that
actually a
they can
good idea.
continue performing the way they perform and not really take away their shine by trying to turn them into something they're not, is
Yeah,
what
cause
Omar's saying.
if you bring, luchadores to WWE, we have the Roman Reigns, the Cody Rhodes. Like people know these guys more than they know these luchadores, and that can affect, them. So let's just have them separately.
Or even like if I like that idea, and it's a good idea if they're able to use the WWE brand to uplift what they have going on already, instead of like trying to merge it with something else and that it isn't, like because the huge benefit of it getting bought is that a lot. I'd assume WWE has a much broader international market than AAA. So hopefully, if they do things right, it would get more eyes on lucha style wrestling. And if I think the best way to get the more eyes possible is to keep the product, like Aaron said, as separate and as true to what it is to the wrestlers that are already there.
And I think, Aaron, you helped me understand something as to why I don't care for promos and I don't want to waste my time with promos. Because I also grew up with AAA. And there, the promos are just like 30 seconds, 15 seconds. Back in the day, I'm going to kick your ass, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's high flying, it's putazos, and that's for me the key. You guys bring up a good points, though. You guys bring up good points. Like, let's not dilute the quality of AAA by trying to turn them into something that they're not.
It,
You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
And also if you have them separate, they could have like shows like how like June 7th Worlds Collide, like it's gonna be NXT and AAA wrestlers. Like we can use these type of shows to make a big show, have two brands go against each other and have this big show and elevate, NXT and elevate the luchadores and elevate the lucha style, and it's just like I feel like that's the way to go.
obviously, I'm biased, man. I'm a lucha guy. I like the lucha style. I haven't watched AAA lately. I think I watched it a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, and I sent you guys a couple of videos, and I said, bro, like, look at this stuff, you know. But this is good. This is a good conversation, man. This is a good topic. I actually wanted to pivot to CM Punk.
I just wanted to say that way. I think we're all lucha fans, as evidenced by our fucking everything around us that we got
What?
going on.
Do you guys know who Colibri is?
Rey Mysterio, come on now.
Did,
I,
where,
I,
where
I,
did Aaron go?
I see an Aaron's big smile. He's about to. El
Oh shit!
Duro! El Duro.
I don't know who this is, but I had this forever.
This shit's clean, bro.
Hey, chat, and if anybody knows who that is, man, if anybody knows who that is, so this is probably my favorite mask, man, right now. This is Tlaloc here. Got a little you know what I'm saying? Anyway, what do you
Fucking
guys think
chat.
about Aaron? This is your boy. CM Punk is your boy.
El Duro.
What do you think about his return? You were excited. People were excited. What, Aaron? You guys want to see Aaron panic?
Oh, here it is. Give me a second. Let me get situated.
Yeah. Go ahead. We'll just the whole internet is just looking at
Chat.
you.
Well, I'll just eat a banana
So CM
instead.
Punk. What about CM Punk?
Yeah. A green ass banana, Omar. That's the
What
greenest
the?
banana,
I like green bananas, dog.
Omar.
Yeah.
Put your
Anyways,
Costco banana away, fool.
continue. I won't eat that on the streams because
Aaron, what do you think about CM Punk? I have an opinion.
Your opinion first.
yeah, you
Because
go
I
My
think
first.
you know my answer.
No, I want to hear your opinion.
Nah, you just got
I mean,
overridden.
what do you want me to say? Like, ever since he's been back, it's just I've enjoyed it, his return from Survivor Series and having the type of matches he's been having. Like, he's still he's still he's still a main event guy.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
In terms of what?
I know you don't watch promos, but he can cut a promo.
I don't give a damn about promos.
but not only that, he could. Oh,
That
hold on.
that's an issue.
Aaron
For
said
who?
we need to work on that, bro. Like we gotta. No, no,
Aaron,
no, no.
I'm not gonna
Actually,
watch a promo.
I have a video idea. So there's a few promos that I watch regularly. Yes, well, I watch promos regularly to motivate myself. And I
I
wanted to. We should like break them down, like watch them, sit down, watch them together with Weddle, and then discuss them afterwards. Like provide Weddle insights, provide Weddle.
won't do it. I refuse. I won't.
It's art, bro. It's literally public speaking in a beautiful sense. Like it is literally art. And CM
Like,
Punk
not
is the
everybody
best
can
version.
cut a promo.
No, and not everyone could cut a promo like CM Punk.
CM Punk, I'm tired of him and his hokas
Fool, you
and
guys
his
look
fucking old ass
the
skinny
same.
jeans.
You guys dress the same. You guys vibe the same. You guys have the same energy.
Exactly.
Like, bro,
Exactly. Why
like,
would I want to watch my ass?
why not?
Why not put me? Put me. Not
Exactly.
his ass.
When I
I
see
talk better
a
shit than
young
him.
when I see a young 26-year-old in the ring, I'm like, damn, that's cool. Like,
yeah.
he's like me. Like,
He's like,
you should be like that. Like, damn, that 47-year-old, 50-year-old in the ring still got it.
Okay, keep adding years, jerk. Yeah,
and,
go
and he
ahead.
could yab, and he's got the, as you say, he's got the gift of gab. You know, like
I don't say it, but people say I got the gift of gab. I'm not going to contest that.
okay, here there we go. Well, CM Punk, I
Okay.
think probably.
What does CM stand for? Charles Matthew?
That's a good
Carlos
question.
Martinez?
I like Carlos Martinez.
The fuck?
Chick magnet, I think.
Does it really? That's how I find out.
Yeah.
You see?
Because
that makes him even more whack.
well, the story behind him is actually interesting because I guess him and his friend just started his own like backyard promotion. Like that fool was just purely self-taught, like in his
No wonder he
backyard
sucks.
and all of that stuff. I mean, people.
I'm just going to say it, Omar. I'm just going to interrupt you. I don't care.
I mean,
I'm tired of seeing CM Punk with those skinny jeans and those fucking hokas running out and
Jealousy?
slap boxing whoever the hell he's gonna slap box at the end of every match. Okay, he's gonna come out again and slap box somebody. Okay, here comes Seth Rollins. He's gonna talk for 15 minutes, and the 15 minute and 30-second mark, the fucking song's gonna come out, and they're gonna slap box each other out into the fucking crowd, and that's it. And that's supposed to excite me? No, it doesn't excite me. Go wrestle.
Excites me.
Okay, go wrestle.
I was like,
Come
yes,
on.
that guy looks
Come
like my
on.
older
That excites
brother.
me, right?
Yeah, like oh yeah, like if he could do it, Weddle could go out there. You know,
I appreciate the fucking support.
You know why you don't enjoy it? Because you don't listen to promos. You don't listen what he says. You don't listen to the story he's trying to tell because you don't watch promos. You have to watch promos to understand what he's saying, to understand what he's trying to do, and like just watch promos.
I don't care. I say that the next episode we do should be a promo episode.
I'm not. I refuse.
Where we just me and Aaron will have promos lined up for you, where you can watch and we discuss.
So Peter Cortez says no ranch is diabolical. I appreciate that. That's the best thing I heard today. I'm gonna start using that.
You just
Peter
raw dog
Cortez.
wings, bro.
Something is diabolical, bro. Like something innocuous. Okay.
I'll
Cheech
say this.
Marin is what for CM
Dedo
Punk's
pingüe.
star.
Oh, Cheech Marin.
According to Richie.
I like that better. Okay, CM Punk, bro. CM Punk. I'm tired of the nonsense. I'm tired of the shenanigans. I'm tired of them. I'm not gonna
He doesn't do
watch promos.
shenanigans.
Yes, he
I
does.
figure it out. I just figure it
I know
out.
what CM Punk stands
I
for.
know. I figure it out.
Shenanigans.
I figured out. You know why you don't like anything? You know why you don't like the product in the ring? Because you don't watch the promos. I'm 100% sure if you watch the promos and pay attention to what they say, you would actually like the matches and understand why things happen.
Aaron,
100%.
I
100%.
Aaron, I understand what you're saying in your
Because you
comments
just watch the
about
matches with no content.
Oh, you
Like,
see,
literally, like, bro,
Aaron, I
y-
I understand what you're saying and your comments are valuable. You're just wrong.
but you just
bro,
actually proved it. You said
I
earlier
figured it
that
out.
you
It's
don't
just,
watch
it's just
them
hit me.
because of the
I don't watch
lucha
the
stuff.
promos. Look, okay. Why do I like Rhea Ripley? Why do I like Io Sky? Why do I like Liv Morgan?
Because they're
Why
good
do
in
I
the
like the
ring.
women's division? Because they are excellent in-ring performers.
Io actually has lucha back in her background. By the way, I think that
You see?
she.
But and that's what and CM Punk is not.
Look,
I wouldn't from what I've seen.
not
Go ahead.
every match is gonna be the same. Some matches
Of
are gonna
course
be
not.
storyline based. Some matches are gonna be putazos. And in order to enjoy the
Why can't they
storyline
be?
based ones, you have to watch promos.
But
This is
I don't.
this is the WWE style.
And I that's why I think it's inferior. It does not. It does not. It for me.
I don't know,
I
but
figure it out.
all I'm
Just
hearing
watch
is that we
promos.
gotta start covering lucha shit. I mean, Triple A is coming, so I mean, we will have the opportunity
Yeah, we
to.
can watch that. We can cover that. And
Uh,
I can just get all swole and be like, see, no promos, you're no shenanigans. I'm tired of the shenanigans. I'm tired. That's what
what?
CM stands
Well,
for.
Maybe it's an old thing.
Shenanigans. Why do
imagine
you guys want to watch him slapbox every fucking Monday Night Raw? Why?
it's not.
Why
Look,
not?
I want to see him with his skinny jeans
I want to
and
see
his
him
tight
wrestle.
hoodie. I look. I like. How many times do I have to say that? Like that
First
gets
of
me
all, tight
happy.
hoodies is the way to go. Okay.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. It reminds me of someone near and dear to my heart in my life. Like every time I see CM Punk, like he's got his
This
little.
is not a fucking license to fucking criticate me in the words
It's
of Jose.
that's a compliment. Like how do you not take that as a compliment, bro? Like it's someone was like, "Hey, you look like dirty Dominic Mysterio." Dude, can you imagine my smile? Like,
Let me see it.
Thank you. You would
Hey,
say
Omar, you
thank
look
you.
like Dom
thank you.
Mysterio.
I'd be like, "My God, that is the greatest thing anyone has ever said to me." Speaking of which, chat. Someone once told me I look like hummus. That's the greatest
Nobody
compliment.
ever told you you look like
That's
Hamas,
it,
bro.
bro. Look at me. I look like hummus.
Nobody ever. Does he look like James Rodriguez,
Nah.
Aaron?
I look like him, bro. Look at me.
Hey, do you look like James Rodriguez or nah?
Nah.
Post that.
Chat. Do I look like hummus? Or what? And then tags hummus.
Hey, Young Hennessy likes. He says Cena promotes and promos. I think Hennessy is with me.
No,
He's not gonna watch promos.
he
Henny,
just
do you
said
watch
that.
promos?
He just said that Cena promos fire emoji. Like Cena is also one of the greatest promo guys of all time.
Is that what you guys want? You guys want to pay a lot of money and to watch a guy talk about
Well, no, that's
fake
why we
things?
that's why we go to PLEs. That's not what you get from a PLE. You get straight matches, but the payoffs are from
So,
promos from before. Like, look, a
so
lot of the build up,
Promo is building a match.
yeah,
Promo helps to build a match.
and like at least it provides fodder for the video package. That's gonna get me excited for the fucking match later on. Like, imagine if there's like
come
just
here.
like it gets you like seriously. Like, imagine if there's a video package with no talking, like with no shit talking. Like, it'd just be a bad video package.
Or imagine a Monday Night Raw, zero promos. They just walk down the ring and wrestle, and then they finish. They walk out. The next two, like, bro,
Why is that
no,
bad?
that would
Why
be boring.
is that bad?
Where's the
Y'all are wrong.
storyline? Where's the story?
See, Rich,
What is a white person
look,
phrase? You put the carriage before the horse or whatever the fuck.
I look. Let's.
Están meando
It,
fuera del olla,
That
bro.
one's better, but
Bro,
let's
it's
it's a TV
world
show.
wrestling. It's world wrestling.
look,
Entertainment.
look.
Entertainment, not world
Entertainment.
promo,
Nah,
not world promo. The promo is not the most important part of wrestling. The wrestling is the most important part of wrestling, not the promo.
but
Promo
like,
is part of wrestling.
okay, one thing first. Says
Y'all,
I look
y'all
like
give me a headache.
Richie says I look like hummus. So jokes on y'all.
Mikey, Mikey says, "Come on, Gwex." Mikey doesn't agree with me.
He does not.
Mikey, I need
I don't
backup,
think
bro.
no one does.
It's like, dude, like the best analogy is like wanting to watch an action movie and getting mad that there's nonstop action scenes. Like, okay, dog, like we get it, you like the action, but like there has to be build up towards the action in order to make that an enjoyable
You just
experience.
made my point. You just made my point. Why don't you like Kamehameha? Why don't you like Dragon Ball?
I like it.
Okay, no. What was one of your biggest
Oh,
gripes?
the what I skip it is the fillers. Yeah, but you
Yeah,
just
the fucking charge up, and it's like, oh, Piccolo
but
Daimaku, te voy a partir tu madre, and it's like 10 minutes of that, and then the other guy's powering up, and he's
how
like, oh, sí, mi poder, lo voy a encontrar, and shit like that. You know what I mean? And then it's 10 minutes, and 10 minutes,
the
yeah,
fucking
and they're
like
charging
powering
up, and
up.
then finally, like, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's 10 minutes. It's fucking months of charge up, and then the fights, like the matches, like John Cena, end up being tremendous duds. And this is like, okay, the charge up is not more important than the match. It's not.
Some people like
I
that
just...
about Dragon Ball Z, I guess. You know, like me personally, like there's other shit that is better, like but like I actually am in a little bit agreement with Weddle in the fact that I didn't know what I was missing with the different style of wrestling. Until I started getting exposed to like AAA or Mexican wrestlers and how they just talk shit and cut promos. Like I feel like that's such a change to what we usually get. And I think I would enjoy switching it up because I feel like a lot of what Aaron was saying or what we say, like it's getting repetitive, and I feel like it gets
Yeah.
repetitive because of that. And if they switch styles a little bit and they're willing, like a lot of my favorite stuff that I've liked in the past year or two has literally just been like Gunther and Damian Priest. Like their promos are just throwing hands. Like they see each other in the back in the fucking thing and they just fuck each other up. Or Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. Like those are like some crazy segments that happened, and I feel like that's something they can leverage to make shit a little bit more interesting. But I will say that promos for me are the best and some of my favorite things of wrestling. Just because it really, to me, that's mastery of how you're able to control a crowd. I mean, anyone could go. I mean, not anyone obviously could go and control a crowd while they're having a good match, but to make a promo and to have that promo build up to that match and make it better is something that only a few wrestlers can do. Like there's an Eddie Guerrero promo that I watch regularly. The promo before he won his first championship on Brock Lesnar that people still talk about to this day. And like when they talk about the Eddie Guerrero match when he won, they talk about that promo like as it's one and like one and the same.
Oh, good.
And I feel like that match doesn't get the legendary status. Eddie doesn't get the legendary status if he's not able to cut those promos, if he doesn't have that in a repertoire. But Eddie was also the best person, one of the best to ever do it on both aspects of wrestling, cutting a
So that's,
promo
I think, oh, good.
and in ring.
I think that's what I would prefer. If CM Punk cut a promo and then he wrestled a match, like a full match, I'd be more tolerant of the promos.
But he does.
If he doesn't wrestle, like when's the last time he wrestled?
Dude, you liked the Seth Rollins and CM Punk match. Like,
And when was that?
I, a few months ago. But I mean, every match
You
after
see?
that he's been in has
So
been solid.
so think of the
Oh,
Kurt Angle Eddie Guerrero feud. They would wrestle every Monday Night Raw. Stone Cold and The Rock, they would wrestle a lot. The Rock would wrestle a lot. Stone Cold would wrestle a lot.
in their
Kirk
prime.
Angel would wrestle a lot. That's what I feel like it's lacking from these main stars. They're not wrestling.
But also, Kurt Angle was on perks and painkillers and was not taking care of his health. Eddie Guerrero died at 37. Stone Cold Steve Austin's knees were shot by the age 30 whatever. Like the
And broke his
I,
neck.
and broke
I
his
I'm
neck.
not trying to get people to get like that, but like it, I'm
The
not.
reason you don't see these wrestlers wrestle on a regular basis is because one, their age, like they're trying to take care of their bodies. Second, that's how you build a superstar. By look at Roman. Does he wrestle every week?
He
And when he
should.
does, it's the biggest thing.
I don't think he should. Like I think like Aaron said, that's how you one protect your superstars, not just in when they show up, it's a big deal, but like physically, like that's how you make sure they're physically okay and taken care of. And third of all, that's how you take care of your other superstars. If these guys were wrestling every day, every week, why would I care about Chad Gable? Why?
And
Like, oh,
Carlitos.
and Carlitos. Like, why? Like, why would I care to tune in? Like,
Carlito.
my no disrespect to my boy, but why? Like, if fucking CM Punk and fucking Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins had a match on every single Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, why would I care?
Okay, fine.
Why
Let's
would
say let's say
an appealee won't feel like a PLE? Like it won't feel special. Like
I
okay,
wouldn't. Me and Aaron
fine.
wouldn't
they're
go to Vegas, to go
Okay,
watch.
yeah.
okay, fine. Counterpoint. Let's say he doesn't. Let's say Seth Rollins and CM Punk don't wrestle every Monday night. Let's say they wrestle two times before their big match. But let's say they wrestle other people. Let's say that they get in there and they wrestle. And it doesn't have to be every other day. It doesn't have to be that kind of an intense schedule to where it's damning and shortening your enjoyment of your life in your later years, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to take somebody out completely. Like I said, it gets repetitive. I don't want to see CM Punk run out in his Hokas again in his tight skinny jeans. I like skinny jeans, by the way. I still wear skinny jeans. Nevertheless, I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see. Now, I have to give Damian Priest an apology. His match with Sheamus, or what the hell's his name?
Oh my God, Drew McIntyre, bro. There's so
Drew
many
McIntyre.
different people.
Well, you're right. But those matches have been really good matches. No promos, no nonsense. Get in there. They've been pretty nasty, the matches. They've been pretty nasty, but they've been good. No promos necessary. Anyway, gentlemen, we've been
So
going for about an hour, almost an hour and a half. How y'all feel?
I'm just excited for the summer of
Okay, talk to us, Aaron.
WWE. You know, we
What's
have
coming up
money.
this summer?
We got Money in the Bank, which yours truly will be in the building,
When is
and
that?
June 7th, 2 weeks or less than
Wow,
two weeks.
that's
We'll be dropping more content. Don't worry about it. We'll get live shit, posting stuff. So keep
Oh,
following our socials. Keep liking our shit. Aaron's gonna be there on scene. To make sure we got the same coverage that we got in Mania. So
okay. Aaron, briefly, tell us what is Money in the Bank for the uninitiated? Why should I care?
Money in the
I'm not watching
Bank
promos, but
is well, it started off as a match. So the it's called the Money in the Bank match. The used to be held at WrestleMania. So what it is it's seven guys in a match, and there's a briefcase, above the ring. In order to win the match is to, climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Inside
it's
the
like a ladder
briefcase,
match.
it's a ladder match, yeah. Inside the briefcase is a contract, which entitles you to a championship match of your choosing whenever you want. So you can cash in that contract whenever you want. It could be during a match, it can be backstage, it can be during a match, after the match, like anywhere. So over the years, this turned into a pay-per-view where there's two ladder matches now. There's the women's Money in the Bank ladder match and the men's Money in the Bank
I
ladder
will
match.
be
So
watching that one. Go ahead.
so yeah, so that's what Money in the Bank is.
So it's looking like it's going to be a good match at least then in June.
Yeah, we're gonna have two good ladder matches.
and it typically is like they're at the very least like usually a lot of good spots. And it opens up. This is kind of like when things open up post Mania again with new storylines, because it kind of adds like an unpredictability factor towards like the WWE Championship scene, on both aspects. So like if they wanted to, like Aaron said, like they could cash in that same night, whoever wins, while the after the other person is defending it, those type of things. So and a lot of what people talk about, and I'm sure what we'll be talking about, is what they do with those briefcases and kind of fantasy booking and seeing what happens. Like right now, a lot of people think that Seth Rollins is gonna cash in on Jey Uso, for the world championship, or someone from their stable. So
And also, this is a good opportunity to kind of elevate someone or choose someone that might believe that they're the next big thing. Like this can help a mid carder to elevate to the main event scene. Like for example, like Penta's in the match. Like
That's what I
Penta
wanted to
having
ask you.
Penta is having the briefcase, and like that would be pretty cool. Him, cashing in and becoming a world champ. Like there's a lot of things that can happen with that briefcase,
So
and
you did, Aaron. You said something the other day. Put the strap on Penta.
bro. Like ever since the debut, like he's just been having like whatever matches, and people are getting to know him. But like now, like I feel like he's starting to get in a groove where he's showing what he's capable of doing. And that triple, I think it was a triple threat match on Raw. That was a banger with I think it was
With
Finn
Finn?
and I forget the other guy's name, but it was a banger. And him being Mexican and us being Mexican, like it would be pretty cool to having him have an opportunity to win a world title.
So
and
that's your mid Carter that you would want to see elevated. Omar, go ahead.
I also want to shout out like Penta getting pushed, and I didn't even think about him winning the Money in the Bank. That would be so fucking amazing. Mostly, not mostly, but one thing that's been getting me excited about that possibility is the commentators have been kind of shouting that out and saying that Penta's pretty much going to be a for sure future world champion in the WWE. And to me, like Aaron said, like that just makes me fucking happy. Like seeing him from the debut when even I was getting to know him. Like I told Aaron, like bro, I found out about Penta like a few months before when the news started dropping that he might sign a contract. I asked Aaron, and then I started doing research on him, like before he came, and to see his rise, like to see his pop, like everyone doing the Cerro Miedo, like and like the commentators, Michael Cole saying like this guy's a future world champion is I think a real possibility, and I think if they're gonna do it, Money in the Bank is a good time to strap a rocket on him and give him the opportunity and let him cook with that briefcase.
So okay, so that's what you guys want for Money in the Bank for the mid Carters for the males, for the men's division. What about for the women's division? Who do you
Roxanne,
think
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez.
is that who you
There's a
think, Aaron, too?
Yeah, there's a lot of big names in the women's ladder match. There's a lot of main eventers and also mid carders, but
No
I feel
Nia
like
Jax?
I don't think so. But I feel like for these type of matches, it's better if a mid carder wins this match and elevate them to the main event scene.
Do you guys think Penta is ready for that push to be Aaron took a deep breath here. What's going on, Aaron?
I feel like he's ready,
But
but but we have to give him some time. We have to be patient. We don't want to, you know, put the strap on him and then completely just fall apart. Like let's build him. Let's be patient. This is my biggest thing as a wrestling fan. Just be patient with these wrestlers.
And I actually think that giving him the Money in Bank is actually a good way to kind of build up him in the main event scene with patience. Like he doesn't have to cash in immediately.
Yeah,
Like he
because they
could.
have a year to cash in, so he has a year to again build
that's
and
an interesting storyline then, huh? The Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. It's for sure revitalizes, and it has some of the people argue some of the best storylines in WWE history. Like your boy CM Punk won it twice, and I had a back to back and had a few good storylines with like Jeff Hardy, and he cashed in on him. And then on Edge, he cashed in on him. Who Edge was the original Money in the Bank winner, and the ultimate opportunist, and like he had his storyline with John Cena when he cashed in. So and then like Seth Rollins, the heist of the century or whatever they call it, in one of the greatest WrestleMania moments, did a cash in as well. And Damian
Okay.
Priest also, like there's a lot of like big moments where people cashed in. RVD against John Cena. So yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're losing viewers, so that might be our cue. Anything else you guys want to add? You've been doing the pose. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
do
I'm
it.
just looking at our chat.
Oh, that's how you're playing it off, or what?
Yeah, that's just. I mean, it's just my face, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? It's not like I don't know. It's not my fault. I'd be looking snatched.
Aaron, anything else you want to add? Mikey says, I'm surprised Gwex doesn't like Cena, my boys. Wordplay was crazy. Word life.
Word life, bro. I'm gonna get that shit tattooed.
Economics. Anything else you wanna add, Aaron?
No, I'm just, excited for Money in the Bank and see what happens from there. Hopefully we get out of this dole that we're in.
The
Well,
post
you can take
WrestleMania
you can
feels.
take El Sucio if you want, Aaron. You want to take El Sucio?
No, I'll take El Duro.
It
I
is.
feel like El Duro will have fun in LA.
Oh yeah, El Duro takes LA.
That's what it is. El Duro takes LA. All right, man. All right, gentlemen. Anything else you want to add?
Um,
The women's division is the best division in wrestling right now. I said it. I
Weddle,
said it.
Weddle
If you
needs to
can't
watch
handle
your
that, then that's
promo.
your problem. Oh, fuck that.
He was goaded. All right.
You know
Well,
what? You know what? I like a good promo. You're
You're
talking to the
lying
Rolex wearing. That's a good
because you
promo.
don't watch them.
There's just no good ones. They're sophomoric. They're subpar.
I'll cut a promo.
This
All
should be.
right, next homework assignment, bro. Everyone's gotta fucking gotta write a promo and cut one next live stream full.
Hey, chat. Send any good promos to right there, small package, and I will watch them.
And we'll do an episode
I
on
will
it
watch.
coming soon. We're gonna make
I,
Weddle watch them.
I will watch. I will watch promo. If you send me a promo, I will watch it,
Wait,
and
okay.
then I will judge it harshly.
Hold on. Does
You
that
said
work
it.
if I send it? Yeah, I see. I have
I'll
them.
send you like
You're gonna
20
send
right
me?
now.
I have them liked.
No, no, don't send me. Send me a reason why. Because you want me to watch CM Punk. Send me CM Punk
Oh,
promos.
I'll
Send
send
me.
you
I
a CM
have
Punk
CM Punk
promo.
promos.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
even
Okay.
like a
No, no,
CM
don't
Punk
send me
fan.
promo. This is not a license to send me 50. Send me like two or one, and it's got to be short. Don't give me 15 fucking minute promos.
You got a 6 minute Eddie Guerrero
I'm
promo.
putting too many conditions. I feel like, but fuck it.
no. I'm gonna just send you a promo. You're gonna watch it. It could be 20 minutes. It
Okay.
could be 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll send you
CM
a good
Punk,
promo.
Cena. I don't care for. Cena's too gone. Who else? Yeah. All right, chat. All right, viewers out there. If y'all got a good promo, send it to me. Send it to small package there. It's the Google chat right there, and we will respond. I will watch. There you go. All right, guys. Have a good night, fellas.